Hello Internet. So that time has come once again. I've had a little delivery from my friends at Second Chance Games. So let's jump on in and see what I've got. So here we have Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit Bonus Pack number 2 and Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit Expansion Pack number 3. We're going to open these up now and have a little look and see what comes in the packs. But with this, I've now got all of the starter kit products with the exception of Decision at Elst. And given the prices that goes for second hand, I will not be getting that unless there is a reprinting. So let's have a look and see what's inside. So starting with bonus pack number 2, this is just a map and scenario pack. So no tip chart on the back of the front sheet. Third on roll packing, so you've got 2 covers, 2 maps and 8 scenarios. Let's have a look. So first of all we've got map J. It's a good looking city map. Stone buildings everywhere. Got this little roundabout here. Smattering of wooden buildings on the outside, but yeah, really nice dense terrain. Quick little flick through the scenarios then. So scenario S82, which is a fight between the Chinese and the Japanese in early war 1938. Mostly just infantry here, 1 infantry gun for the Japanese. Got S83. This is the Norwegians against the Germans in 1940. So yeah, again, there's not really much in the way of artillery or guns, but lots of DCs in there. Nice German mortars. I do like playing with the mortars. That rate of fire of 3 can get things very exciting. So S84. Here we've got some AFVs coming in this Russian versus German up in 1941. S85, or more Russian German, more AFVs involved. I'm slowly getting the hang of the AFV rules now. I haven't played a full game with it, but I'm starting to really pick up how the movement works and how the to hit kill charts work. So I have to have a proper sit down and play through a scenario soon. S86 here, so Germans versus the British in 1944, so there's some late war stuff. Again, very little in the way of guns and FVs, so a couple of, and only 4.5 turns, so this could be a really short one. S87, which is Germans and Allies. So the Germans have 3 guns, and the Allies have a fair few AFVs coming in, and there's a lot of boards being used here as well, so that's quite a big playing area. S88, Germans versus Americans in 1944. Again, only a handful of AFVs. And finally S89, which is Japanese versus Americans 1945 in the Philippines. So very late war here. Oh, big old block of special rules there, so there could be all sorts going on there. But got the obligatory plain sheet of paper. And we have here map I. So lots of large grain fields. Small little village in the middle with really rural terrain here. And these grain fields will be a good hindrance, but not entirely blocking line of sight anywhere. And there's hedges all the way down. I haven't got to any scenarios with hedges yet, so I'm not sure how much of an effect that'll have on the line of sight here, but yeah. Another couple of maps for the collection. And again, another chart on the back sheet. So that's bonus pack number 2. on to expansion pack number 3. Got the front sheet. Oh, no charts on the back of this one. Let's see what we've got here then. So yeah, the expansion pack number 3. So it covers 2 maps, G&H, 1 counter sheet, some vehicle notes, 8 scenarios, and 1 QRDC. And we've got a bit of errata here for some of the Russian tanks. Should have some on the wreck sides. We'll see a few issues with the counters here, so I'll have to keep hold of this. So to start off, we've got a little sheet of the ordnance notes. So this will show the historic usage and the extra rules for the new guns and airfields which are involved. Oh yeah, well, the British Wolverine, that's one I do like the Wolverine tank, and it's good to see they've got a British counters for it on loan from the Americans. As always, the very handy chart so you can read the airfields and gun counters. So here are the counters, and as with starter kit expansion pack number 2, there's a lot more concealment counters for all the nationalities. So now I think it's going to be covering most of the things. We've got some German SS units here, 658s. We've got some more Italian no squads. You've got the new vehicles that are covered in the vehicle notes, and a couple of anti-tank rifles for the British and the Americans. Yeah, there's some more Germans. Look at the back, nothing strange here. So these concealment counters, they're all CXs on the back, so that's good. What I didn't like about starter kit expansion pack number 2 was the 5/8 inch concealment counters. On the back of that, it'll be a different nationality but the same counter. So I wasn't quite sure where to store it in my current system, which is frustrating my OCD a little bit. So what have we got here then? Map number H. So one big hill covering most of the board. A few hedges, a few hills, a few orchards, but that's the overbearing feature here. A bit of rural, kind of farmlandy. One tiny, well, 2 buildings. Oh, nope, sorry, 3 buildings on the whole sheet, but mostly that hill. That's the real key feature there. And here we have map number G. And this is one giant grain field there. Smattering of buildings around the edge, a little road, but so very, again, more rural terrain, but a huge field. It's going to struggle to get any useful line of sight across there with the hindrance, and it's going to be blocking this way a lot of the time as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing on that one. So a quick flick through these scenarios then. So you've got S92, Armageddon Begins. Well, this is the Poles and the Germans in 1939. S93, Stalin, Socks. Small little area here and only 5 turns, so this is Russians versus Germans. Very few Russians against a lot of Germans and a lot of tanks, so yeah, quite a play. So S94, March of Destiny. So using the 4 corners of some maps here. And then this is Germans, Russians again, 1941. And Making Mayhem, S95. This is in the Gilbert Islands with the Japanese against the Marines. And this one was designed by Neil Ulan, who does the ASL Academy videos. So I've seen his video and I've seen Stu's video on it. So I'm looking forward to playing this one because the SSRs kind of bring in a cut down equivalent of snipers, I've heard. So that looks like it's going to be fun to play. S96. So this is the Italians and the British in Sicily, 1943. And not much in the way, no airfields or guns here, just a few support weapons. S97. So this is the Americans against a smattering of Germans and a couple of tanks in 1943. S98, Hatefulness of War. Oh, there's a lot of British tanks here, so 6 airfields. There's only going to be one coming in on the German side. Again, 4.5 turns. So a lot of these are quite short scenarios in turn length anyway. How it plays out with the forces we're yet to see. And lastly, S99, Destination. Japanese versus Americans in the Marianas, 1944. Yeah. So good to play. Got the obligatory blank sheet of paper. And another QRDC. So this has the IFT on it, the 10 effect chart. And of course it has the hit chart with all the new weapons. Or the new gun types that they're going to be introducing on the counters here. Now, what I don't like about these hit charts is there's a different one for every product, be it the expansion packs or starter kit 2, starter kit 3, starter kit 4, and it only covers the weapons that are in that particular pack. So I have gone on to the ASL Academy and printed myself up a little copy of the charts that Neil's produced there. So again, it's just it covers all the charts you need. So you've got a nice IFT to begin with, got a breakdown of all the standard stuff you see on a QRDC. But where it really shines for me is it's got pages per nationality. So here's the Germans, here's the Americans, but it brings down all the guns that are used against all of the products, along with the TIT DRM charts you need and vehicle locations. So it doesn't matter which game I'm playing, or whether it's come from Starter Kit 3, whether it's come from Expansion Pack 2. If I've got these sheets, I know I'm going to have all the hit numbers I need. And the really handy close combat odds calculator that I refer to a lot of the time when I'm playing. Because, you know, sometimes when I do get into close combat, trying to work out just what a 17 against 9 is, how that actually plays out, sometimes it's not obvious. So this is a really good, useful thing. I've got the sequence of play there and hedge rules. So yeah, if you need some, this is a really good resource from Neil, so I really recommend getting it and printing out if you haven't. And yeah, and the back sheet. So yeah, like I said, now that I've got these two, I've got all the starter kit product that's been made. So I can't wait to get these maps into my folder, get some copies of these scenarios, punch these counters, and get my ASL starter kit compendium to completion. Until the next product comes along anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching and happy gaming!